It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Center of Excellence of Change and the participants from nearly 20 states who have gathered here to welcome Mr. Sam Pitroda, Advisor to the Prime Minister on Public Information, Infrastructure and Innovation. Just to share with you, sir, we have been deliberating from yesterday on possible ways to innovate and improve the service delivery provided by the public sector, especially for the unreached in the country. These words, I welcome you for your address.
Friends, good morning. It is indeed a special privilege for me to have this opportunity to talk to you over video. First of all, my apology for not being able to be with you personally. Unfortunately, I'm in San Francisco, and especially at a public place where there is a lot of noise, and that's the only place I have access to Wi-Fi. So my apology. The delivery of public service is an important issue world over, and it has been getting a lot of attention recently, mainly because of web-based opportunities. In particular, all of the governments world over are spending billions and billions in trying to improve delivery of public services using broadband infrastructure. In India, the challenge is even more complex because of multiple languages, variety of different kinds of public services, from public sector to local banks to government, services related to food distribution, driver's license, income tax, banking, and large number of other services that every citizen is getting used to. Better and better opportunities in delivering services. As you know, in India, there has been a great deal of emphasis on e-governance. At the National Knowledge Commission, we looked at the role of e-governance in delivering public services. Then we realized that the real challenge lies in first redesigning processes. I've said many times that in India, at times you feel that we have a mindset of the 19th century, processes from the 20th century, and the needs of the 21st century. All of the processes and procedures that British Raj left behind, we are now trying to computerize it. And that's the first challenge for all of us, is to really redesign processes to meet the needs of today. But redesigning processes is not that simple. It requires great deal of support from a variety of stakeholders. Again, it requires a mindset which is geared towards public service as opposed to command and control, which has been the case in the past. And really looking to consumer as the ultimate customer. In addition to delivery of public services which require great deal of process re-engineering, standards become very critical. Interoperability, set of standards that every state would follow, APIs, unless and until we have focus on process re-engineering, set of standards, commonality, interoperability, it is hard for a country like India to really improve delivery of public services. For example, I know that a police report written in one state normally cannot be read in another state in a meaningful way. Because foundation for good public delivery of services, we need platform. And there are three major efforts going on today in India, which would be of interest to many of you. One, related to connecting panchayats. All 250,000 panchayats are being connected through optical fiber, hundreds of megabits of bandwidth. This offers unique opportunity to really improve delivery of public services all the way up to panchayat level. In other words, once you have this kind of broadband, birth certificate, death certificate, land records, food distribution, driver's license, many of these services would be available at the doorsteps at panchayat level in electronic forms. Second main activity relates to using this connectivity to create platforms, multiple platforms to create common standards, like what the military is doing, UID. In addition to that, GIS, platform for applications, payment, procurement, cyber security, all of these platforms together provide robust architecture with the right connectivity all the way to panchayat to begin to develop applications which are simple to use, with simple user interface, with seamless transportability, great deal of commonality. So one, connectivity, two, platform, and three, series of mission mode projects that Government of India is focused on. These includes areas like driver's license. All of these large programs where government is spending thousands of crores to improve public delivery can now begin to use digital infrastructure where payment can be made directly, so you can minimize all the leakages in the system, where all of the data is available. Digitization will also promote accountability, transparency. And when you look at the Right to Information Act that we have, we realize that the right to information will have no meaning if we cannot really provide right kind of information in real time, structured in the manner it should be. So right to information was a starting point to really put pressure on the system to organize data, to organize systems, so that the delivery of public services can be improved.
Pointers on blueprints, possible blueprints not just for the water and sanitation sector, but for other sectors as well. Thank you.
Sir, good morning, sir. What is your expectation? When it will be a reality in Indian context? Because we are addressing Indian system only, but I want a specific time frame if you have.
I can assure you that the connectivity would be available to you all in 24 months. All 250,000 panchayats are going to be connected to optical fiber, gigabit bandwidth in 24 months. As I said, 1,000 nodes are already connected for universities. 20,000 colleges are already connected, but people don't know how to use it, because we haven't paid much attention to applications and content. So one piece is connectivity, which will be available in 24 months. Applications at a national level are being designed, and I would say all the 30 major applications would be available in 24 months. UID would be launched in 24 months. GIS would be available in 24 months. Key is for state governments to begin to
inspirational speech. I'm quite excited because I have 2 children who are going to enter the world you have described. However, there's a sense of uneasiness because the quantum of budget you have proposed is quite high. But then ours is a country, unfortunately, has more number of children who are malnourished, dying of malnourishment every day than all the African countries put together. I was wondering whether these children have time to wait for this information technology revolution to reap the benefits. I mean, definitely there are a lot of benefits. My children are going to benefit out of that. But the children whom we are working with, do they have the time? Thank you, sir.
Certainly, all good things are doing. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your precious time with us and your thoughts. And
Thank you.
I would like to say that we have been introspecting for the last 2 days, and you really added meat to the thought. And we look forward to carrying forward your new ideas and thinking about them and seeing how we can start the matchmaking exercise you said. We have a lot of domain expertise in this room. I think we'll seek out the technology experts and do the matchmaking starting today. Thank you very much.
You might want to look at some of the websites we have on PII, Innovation, NKN. There are about 13 websites which describe a lot of our work. If you talk to our office, we'll send you a list of those websites which you can share with some of your colleagues, and it will give you some idea of what we are all trying to do.
We'll do that, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.